Hey everybody, what's up? Alright, it is Wayback Wednesday. It's Mike Nagoda here. And today we are doing Alvin Lee's band, classic band, 10 years after, performing I'm Going Home from Woodstock, Woodstock Festival in 1969. I got a couple requests for this. I checked out the video, just a couple seconds of it. I have seen this before, so this won't exactly be a first time reaction listening to it. But the last time I heard this tune was like once, and it was well over a year ago. So I mean, the reaction is still going to be pretty fresh. So I'll be able to kind of give you still an honest take on it. Just want to put that out there. Please, before we get started, hit the subscribe button below if you're new to the channel. Ring the bell to get notified of new videos every time I post a video. Leave a comment and give the video a like. This all helps to drive the algorithm and to get the video noticed and get the channel noticed and to support the channel. So please, thanks for your support. And without further ado, here is 10 years after doing I'm Going Home live from Woodstock in 1969. All right, let's go. Tuning that guitar.
That's near enough for jazz. I'd like to say thank you again to... yeah. This is a thing called...
His voice and his appearance sort of reminds me a little bit of Roger Waters from Pink Floyd.
I'm Going Home by Helicopter.
Helicopter. So it's a cover. Ooh. Fast shuffle. Oh yeah. Wow.
My baby. Go home. My baby.
Wow.
Go home. My baby. My baby. Baby, I'm going home. Baby. Baby, I'm going home.
Wow.
Let me be about this all good and wrong. My baby. Go home. My baby. Go home. My baby. Rock on.
Holy crap. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just in sort of like shock and awe and amazement at the tempo. I had completely forgotten what this tune sounds like. I was thinking, is this a slow blues? I think it's a slow blues. Nope, it's a really freaking fast shuffle. Holy shit, what is the tempo on that? Is that like 200 BPM? Kind of sounds it, or maybe even faster. Just shit, that is a really quick 12-bar shuffle. The rhythm section is just, I mean, it's so fast that the drummer is just really accenting the even beats on 2 and 4 and accenting the snare and the hi-hat with it. Just emphasize that. That is so fast, and the bass player is going a million miles a minute, and just burning through those changes. His rhythm section is incredible. His precision is incredible. This is an endurance feat. This video was like 11 minutes long. Holy fuck! Like I don't know how the fuck Alvin Lee can keep up. I don't know how the band could keep up for 11 minutes at this tempo. Like if it was me, I'd be dead after a minute. I couldn't play with the amount of precision that he's got going on here and the stamina that it would take to keep this going. This is, I mean, I'm disabled, obviously, so I definitely couldn't. But, like, able-bodied people would have trouble keeping up with this. Like, shit. Amazing. That little lick, where is it? Where is it? Is it here? That like the I hear Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin doing that lick a lot. I wonder if he stole it from Elvin Lee. I bet he did. Is that an ES335 he's playing? He's getting great tone out of it. I love how the band just drops. The volume just drops. I can hear a little bit of Hammond in the background now, but the guitar's out. Oh, they're all doubling the riff. That's great. What I love is when they're doing this figure here. Where is it? Yeah, so like the guitar's doing the accents. So the guitar's got the bump 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 ba, and the Hammond is really filling it in. So it's going da 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 da, and it's adding more rhythm. Great arrangement. Yeah.
Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go.
I love the grit that he's getting on his voice. Reminds me of John Kay from Steppenwolf.
With red dress on, I left my baby with red dress on.
Yeah, that drummer, it's so quick. It's so quick, the drummer's only got time to really accent on 2 and 4. It's very hard to keep swing going at that tempo, but he's doing it. The crowd's clapping on him. He's now throwing the rhythm in on the guitar.
God knows I do. We're gonna shake it out, I'll be what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. I love the warble he's got on his voice. He sounds like the tone of the warble and the vibrato and what he's doing here. It reminds me a little bit of Elvis, actually. If Elvis were like kind of singing it a little bit of had a bit of a higher timbre in his voice, not exactly so deep and low, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. It was a bit of Elvis Presley. Right there. Right there. Whoa, nice scream.
Yeah. Want more money? Too far to show. Need to get rid of that. Go.
And just as I say Elvis, he goes into blue suede shoes. Like, clearly Elvis must have been influenced, but of course blue suede shoes was not written by Elvis. Oh God, who was the? I can't remember the original artist who wrote it. I know Elvis covered it. Please remind me of the original artist who did Blue Suede Shoes in the comments. The name escapes me. I keep thinking it's Big Mama Thornton, but no, she did Hound Dog originally. I can't remember who the life of me who the originator of Blue Suede Shoes is. It's not Presley. Anybody can remember, put it in the comments. I always want to give the original artist, and especially because, like, in the 50s and 60s, so many white artists covered, right, the original tunes from the original black artists, and then didn't give the black artist credit, and so they never actually got their due. So I always want to try and give the original black artist credit, especially when there's like a cover by like the more famous white artists, because they never seem to get their due. So I just want to kind of be fair to the original artists and the original performers here. Please let me know who wrote Blue Suede Shoes in the comments.
My blue suede shoe. We can do the family of my blue suede shoe. Back it up, got it fried.
I love how he's kind of slurring the words. Yeah. Now we got a whole lot of shaking. Good Lord. Is that
Shake it, baby, shake it.
He's just going through some old classics.
Well, love and baby, my love when walk to me go.
Ah, that he's doing there. Listen to this. This is great. This is great.
Shake, baby, shake. Well, love and baby, my love when walk to me go.
That is great.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
I love how low he's getting. He's going into like John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters territory for me here. This is great. This voice.
Ooh, baby, I love that way you walk. How.
And just as I say, John Lee Hooker.
I'll shoot you right now.
He's covering John Lee.
Whoa,
I must be psychic today.
I got a crave. Whoa, yeah.
I'm just amazed they're keeping the rhythm going. This. You know how I said he reminded me of Roger Waters at the beginning? That little pig squeal kind of reminds me of what Roger Waters was doing back in 69, 1970. Yeah, interesting. He's just going through one blues cover after another. It's a medley. It kind of reminds me of what Led Zeppelin used to do live when they did like they would throw in like medleys of classic rock and roll and blues tunes together in like one tune. This is very reminiscent of that. I'm kind of curious as considering how famous this performance is. I'm wondering if Led Zeppelin took a little bit of inspiration from Elvin Lee here. It wouldn't surprise me considering they were contemporaries.
God, yes, I do. I love you, baby.
I'm just amazed they can keep the rhythm going.
Love my baby one more time.
And the crowd is clapping on time.
You stop.
I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Usually as musicians, you have to train the crowd to clap on 2 and 4. They usually clap like offbeat on like 1 and 3 if they're like if they're not musicians, but they're right on the money here. Incredible.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I wonder how much of Woodstock's audience was comprised of musicians. Wait. Oh, this is great. Yeah.
I'm going home. Whoa. I'm gonna take my baby one more time. Yeah, you could. I'm going home.
He's just channeling a lot of the great old black bluesmen with this vocal performance here. It's wonderful. It's almost like a tribute.
Baby.
Here's some guitar. So major pentatonic on the floor. All those bends. Oh! That run, he just keeps going. One thing that I really love about how he's setting this solo up is he's creating like space in between his phrases, right? So like if we go back before he did that really long run, if we go to the start of the solo, right? He's creating space in between his phrases to create tension. Nice long bend. Yeah! And then he does that really long run to get you and bring you in and amaze you. Great arranging. Now we're back to creating space. His precision and his timing is really on point. I'm very impressed, especially at this tempo. He's doing a really great technique there, where he's taking the same phrase and he's repeating it over and over and over again to make it more powerful. Listen. Not here, I'll point it out to you. Here. That phrase is repeated over and over again to build it up in the intensity. And then the last time, he changed it a bit. It's a very common technique. All right, now the bass and the organ is filling in. Oh! I love how he's going up high. He's having trouble keeping up with that little lick, but that's okay. It's quick.
I love you, baby. With your rhythm.
Great guitar solo. Honest to God, I'm hearing a lot of licks and riffs that Jimmy Page used. I'm wondering how much of an influence Alvin Lee was on Jimmy Page as a guitar player, honestly. Because I'm hearing a lot of Jimmy Page in this solo. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm not exactly a fan of early Led Zeppelin. That's why I haven't really done a lot of Zeppelin on this channel. If we did some early Zeppelin, you would hear me complaining all day. I'm not really a big fan of it, or Jimmy Page's early playing. I think, given between early Led Zeppelin and 10 years after, I choose 10 years after. But that's not to say that Led Zeppelin wasn't a great band later on for me. They got a lot better. I very much appreciate Led Zeppelin for that. Houses of the Holy onwards is where I like them, but everything before that I'm not too huge a fan of, with a couple of exceptions. If I'm being honest, Alvin Lee kind of sounds like a cleaner, more precise version of Jimmy Page live. Sorry. It's just, no, I know I'm not going to apologize for it. That's how I feel. Take it or leave it.
Listen, I love you, baby. With red dress on. Baby, I love you so.
Love that scream.
Oh, baby.
I love how we've gone all quiet here.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
This is great.
I go home. Yeah, home. Yeah. I go home. Yeah, home. Ooh.
It's pretty much just a little bit of organ and the drums and his voice. Oh, I love the feedback.
I go home.
It's got so quiet.
I go home.
Great dynamic control.
Yeah, home, baby.
Like, I want you guys to appreciate something here. Like, this is very, very hard to do, to play this quiet and to have this much control and this much dynamic range, especially on a big, huge, loud stage at a festival where you're playing to hundreds and thousands of people. Like, the band is band. Like, this is incredible. I really can't state how much, from a performance and from just like from a perspective of a musician who, like, I really appreciate dynamics in music, and I feel that's a lot of that is lost with modern bands and modern music. Is there's a lot of dynamic range and how to use dynamics effectively, and they're using the dynamics so well here, and it's very hard to play this quiet and have this much control at a huge, loud festival when you've got giant amplifiers on stage and you have to project all the way to the back of the crowd, and you've got how many hundreds of thousands of people at Woodstock. This is impressive. This is really impressive.
Home. What's going on?
Huh. Oh, I love how he's adding the rhythm, just the muting on the guitar. Yeah, he's just playing with the rhythm. It's great. It's nice and funky. It's almost like a little drum solo, in a sense.
Love you, baby.
Drummer just keeping that shuffle
I'm
going.
going home. Yeah.
The bass player's not even playing. I think he's just slapping the bass just to keep the rhythm. Everything's just driving to keep the rhythm on the 2 and 4. Keep the energy going, and that's amazing.
Look out, babe, I'm coming to get you one more time. Go home.
Yeah.
I go home. I go home. Yeah, home.
I love how the organ is just hammering away on the keys. That's nuts. Now we're at full volume. From a whisper to a roar. Shit, what that organist is doing, that's really, really, really hard to do on your hands. Listen to him. What is that? 30-second notes? Fuck. That's quick. And to keep that up. Hitting those nice high notes with the vocals. And he's got great control over his voice, because now he's added the grid back in. Right before, Alvin Lee was singing nice and low, and he was still getting kind of high, but he was singing clean, right? Now that we're at full volume, he's put the distortion and the rasp back on his voice. So that tells me he's got great control over his vocals and his technique in terms of, and he knows what he's doing as a vocalist. Great stuff. This is insane. Nice double stops. Yeah, he's just tremolo picking those double stops. Nice unison bends. It's just sloppy enough to kind of give the energy. Oh yeah. This is insane. This is a marathon, just like running a marathon. He's just hammering away on the guitar. They're going nuts now. Yeah. Ha! I'm amazed they caught that ending. Just barely, but they did. Oh, that's chaos. True rock and roll ending.
10 years after.
Wow. Wow, what an incredible, incredible, incredible performance. Nearly 11 minutes long, and they kept that shuffle going. Like, holy shit. Holy, 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 holy shit. Yeah, his vocals and with like the medley of the tunes and what he was doing with his voice, he was giving me like Robert Plant vibes. His guitar playing reminded me of Jimmy Page, but like a cleaner, more precise, less sloppy Jimmy Page. Basically, how I kind of wish Jimmy Page was. Like a more consistent, better Jimmy Page. I should, yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of Jimmy Page's live playing, or some of his studio work, I'll be completely honest. But I gotta say, I prefer this. So, I guess if I want that kind of early Led Zeppelin vibe without having to listen to early Led Zeppelin and drive myself nuts, I can now listen to 10 years after. So I have found a happy alternative for myself. But I seriously think that I wonder how much of an influence Alvin Lee was on early Zeppelin, on Jimmy and Robert as musicians. And yeah, so this was great. You had a masterclass in keeping the rhythm going, keeping the shuffle going. That's not easy to do. Hats off to the rhythm section, keeping that going for 11 minutes. Like shit, my arms would have fallen off. If I was the drummer, my arms and legs would have fallen off after 2 minutes at that tempo. Like, fuck. That's running a marathon. That is incredible. That's an incredible feat of stamina and endurance. So, hats off to the band. Hats off to the organ player for doing all that crazy stuff on the Hammond. Hats off to Alvin Lee for just bringing it on the guitar and the vocals and just the dynamic range of the band was incredible. It was absolutely, absolutely, absolutely incredible. And, you know, the tribute to the great old black blues artists, the Masters, was great. Please let me know who wrote Blue Suede Shoes in the comments. I don't think it was Elvis. I'm pretty sure he covered it. Because I definitely heard, there was definitely at least some John Lee Hooker in there. And I mean, Alvin Lee probably knew the tunes from Elvis. That was probably his reference point. But I'm curious as to who did Blue Suede Shoes originally, so please let me know in the comments. I don't think it was Big Mama Thornton. I'm pretty sure it was somebody else. If it was Elvis Presley who originally did Blue Suede Shoes, I'll be very surprised, to be completely honest. So this was great. Thank you to everybody who recommended I take a look at this. And yeah, so I have found my alternative to early Led Zeppelin. I am happy. And I will not apologize for having that opinion on early Led Zeppelin. That's just how I feel. So yes. Yeah, if we ever just wanted to torture me, we'd have me react to making me sit through all of Led Zeppelin 2 again, and boy, you guys would see me in so much pain. It would not be funny. It would be agony for me. Yeah, sorry, I keep going on about Led Zeppelin, but this gave me strong Led Zeppelin vibes, live Led Zeppelin vibes, and I gotta say I prefer this. I love this. So thank you to everybody who recommended this to me. I'm very, very, very pleased to have rediscovered this again. And I'm gonna definitely be checking out more of 10 Years After. All right. I will see you all on Friday for whatever I feel like. I don't know what I'm doing on Friday yet. Haven't decided, but I will get there. And remember, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe below. Ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video. Leave a comment and give the video a like. And I will see you all next time on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye. That was really fucking good. I love it.